Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me again today. I'm going to tell you the number one strategy that should be in the forefront of your mind and of all your plans before you continue to work on your goals. The number one strategy. I'm here to tell you today. I'm Judy, and thank you so much for joining my channel again today. I would love for you to give me a couple quick thumbs up or subscribe. I want to go live, but I'm waiting on a few more subscriptions. Okay, we're going to keep focusing on meeting our goals. We're going to keep focusing on those things that we want to get done for 2025. So stick around. I'm going to tell you the number one strategy that you need to have in your mind. I promised that I was going to go over some strategies with you today, and here we go. The number one strategy that can make and break you being able to accomplish all these laid out plans that you have is time. Time. Poor time management, not having any time management, or just not being focused on your time is what causing us. It's causing us, you and me, not just you, not just me. It's causing both of us for not being able to accomplish what we set out to accomplish each and every day. Poor time management or no time management. This is the number one thing that is causing us to fail each and every year. Now, because the thing about time is once it's gone, you cannot get it back, right? So we want to make sure that we are managing our time. We want to make sure that we are focused on what we're doing and how we are laying out our time. Definition of time that I absolutely love because it makes it very simple. It is the period necessary or occupied by something. So the trick is something, right? It is going to be occupied each and every second of each and every day is going to be occupied by something, right? So time is the period that is occupied by something. And the management of your time, you have to focus on what that something is going to be, right? And how are we going to do that? I'm going to give you the top 5 ways that I believe that you can use these strategies to occupy your period of time. You have 60 minutes in 1 hour, right? So we're going to put some strategies into place that would help us to better manage that period of time that we have. One of the first things that you can do to manage your time is to set deadlines. So if you have a few things on your list that you needed done in quarter 4, you can say by the end of May 30th or May 15th or June 1, I will have this done by this date. And these are the steps that I will do each week to ensure that this task is done by this date. So you're setting a deadline. So that's number 1. Number 2, the second thing that is very important to do to manage your time, establish priorities. Establish what is important. Establish what is important for each day. I also talked about this in a previous video. That's one of the new things that I've implemented in 2025 is to make a short to-do list in the mornings. I still have my planner. I still have my deadlines. I still have my goals for each quarter, etc. But I have a to-do list. Okay, I'm setting priorities. By the end of the day, these 3 things have got to get done. Okay, to meet with a new client, okay, and I need to reach out or to return a call or set an appointment and get back to that client. Well, that's on my priority for the day, okay? So setting priorities. Your priorities does not have to be a daily priority. It could be a monthly priority. You have a priority every month where you're paying bills. Those are priorities. But when it comes to goal setting and comes to doing your goals or working on your goals for 2025, you have to set priorities. We talked about this way back, I think in January or February. We talked about defining what goals are really yours. Well, that's part of setting priorities. Okay. Number 3, eliminate distractions. That's a big one. We have so many distractions. We have so many. I believe that 50 years ago we had distractions, but I don't know. I think if I ask my mom or I ask an older person, what the distractions were 50 years ago, they would not mention half of the distractions we have. And I think part of the problem is it is easily accessible, or distractions are right in front of us, oftentimes in our hand or cell phone, right? So you have to reduce distractions. You have to there are these new apps and new things that you could set on your phone to limit how long, or to remind you to get off your phone. You could set a timer on your phone to remind you to get off your phone. Or if it's sitting in front of the television and you are watching one of those shows that they play each episode and you're binge watching a show, you can set a timer. Okay, I'm only going to watch 3 episodes and I'm not going to spend my entire day in front of the television. Okay, so you have to limit distractions. Whatever they are, limit distractions when you're working on time management, okay? And number 4 goes along with number 3. As I was talking about electronically, we have electronics now that we can use to actually help us. So oftentimes we use the electronic things to distract us. But in fact, we have the ability to use these things, such as our cell phones, such as AI, timers that you may have at home. You can set your timer that at a certain time in your bedroom, your lights go down, which will give you the hint that it is time to start winding down. It is time to get off the phone. So we have the ability to use electronic devices for good. We have the ability to use them to help us with our time management and not be a distraction, right? So you have to weigh, do I want my phone to be a distraction or do I want to use it for good, okay? So let's try to move the meter closer to using it for good, right? So that's number 4. And then the final thing that I want to mention is very important. And I know Mother's Day is coming up soon. And mothers and even busy fathers sometimes, and parents just oftentimes have a hard time saying no. And that's number 5. You have to find a way to say no, okay? In managing your time and in dealing with time management and in dealing with that moment, that's something that you can do during that time, you have to be able to say no, okay? I also talked about this. I feel like this video is wrapping up a lot of things that I already mentioned maybe in February or even a few videos ago, where I mentioned to you that you have to prioritize yourself, right? That's a big thing. It's big for everybody to do this, including teaching your young teens the ability to say no for lots of reasons, for safety reasons, but also teaching them to say no so that they can prioritize and manage their time also. You have to do the same thing. You have to have the ability to say no to friends, to family, to your children. It's not the appropriate time. So we went over, like I said, let's just do a quick recap. Set deadlines, establish priorities, eliminate distractions, okay? Whatever the distractions are. Use your electronics for good. Set electronic reminders. Like I said, you could dim your lights. You could have a app on your phone. I forgot to mention that. That will actually turn your phone a certain color after you've been on it too long. You know, use these electronic devices for good. And then say no. Just say no, okay? When you have things scheduled and you have things on your planner, you have to learn to say no, okay? So thank you so much for joining me today. Give this video a thumbs up, please. Literally, the most important thing that you will learn from this whole video is how important your time is. Your time cannot be refunded, okay? There's no refund on time, and time is now. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.